Okay, so picture a really high-stakes operating room for a second. A patient is on the table for open heart surgery, and their heart is literally stopped so the surgeon can work, right? So who is actually keeping them alive? Who makes sure the blood keeps flowing and the oxygen actually reaches the brain? It's a great question, and the answer isn't just the primary surgeon. It's a highly specialized, totally unsung hero of the medical world. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to unlock the door to one of the most vital careers in allied healthcare, the perfusion technologist. If you've got this intense curiosity about medicine and you want a career that directly saves lives, but maybe the traditional route to becoming a doctor just isn't your thing, this is an absolutely fascinating alternative to explore. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be covering 1. What is a perfusionist? 2. The path to qualification. 3. Costs, scholarships, and income. 4. Work environment and growth. And 5. A real-world success story. All right, let's jump right into Section 1. What is a perfusionist? The heartbeat of the OR. Well, before we talk about the job itself, we need to understand the biological concept of perfusion. In medical terms, it just means the passage of blood or other fluids through the blood vessels or natural channels in an organ or tissue. Basically, it's the delivery system of life. Without perfusion, tissues die. It really is that simple. And this is exactly where the technologist comes in. They operate the life-saving equipment that literally takes over a patient's lung and heart functions during surgery. You know, when the surgeon needs the heart to be completely still, the perfusionist steps up. They run the heart-lung machine, meticulously monitoring the flow of oxygenated blood through the body. They're balancing the sheer mechanics of life while the surgeon repairs the heart. It's an absolutely massive responsibility. So, moving on to Section 2, the path to qualification. Do you have what it takes? Take a look at these personality traits. You absolutely need a deep, genuine interest in how the human body works. But beyond just loving the science, you've got to be incredibly careful and organized. I mean, there is zero room for error when you're running a heart-lung machine. And communication? Totally key. You need to comfortably talk with everyone and genuinely like working in teams. The OR is like a synchronized orchestra, and you have to play your part flawlessly right alongside the surgeons, nurses, and anesthesiologists. If you're nodding along and thinking, that's me, here is the clear educational path you need to follow. It's actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, complete your 10+2 in the science stream, so that's physics, chemistry, and biology. Step 2, you get a bachelor's degree in perfusion technology. Or, as a slight alternative, you could get a general bachelor's degree and then tackle a master's or a specialized diploma in perfusion technology for Step 3. It's a very clear, accessible route. Okay. Let's look at Section 3, costs, scholarships, and income, the financial realities. This is super interesting. Notice the direct contrast between the course fees and your potential monthly salary. The full course fee can range anywhere from 10,000 to 5 lakh rupees, and obviously that depends a lot on the institute you choose. But look at the expected income. You're looking at a starting salary from roughly 8,600 all the way up to 1,60,000 rupees or more every single month. The return on investment here is just fantastic. And hey, do not let those higher-end fees intimidate you, because there are so many financial safety nets out there. Just look at these options. You can use the National Scholarship Portal for central and state schemes. A lot of institutes have their own merit-based scholarships too. Need a loan? The government's Vijayalakshmi portal is a brilliant resource made specifically for students. Plus, states like Bihar, West Bengal, and Odisha offer student credit cards, not to mention your standard education loans from the major banks. The support is absolutely there if you look for it. All right, Section 4, work environment and growth. Where will you actually go? So here's a quick sample of some top-tier government and private institutes to help you build a target list. For government schools, you've got incredibly prestigious places like AIMs in New Delhi, AFMC in Pune, and King George's Medical University in Lucknow. On the private side, there are fantastic options like Christian Medical College in Vellore and St. John's in Bangalore. You really have exceptional choices no matter which route you take. Once you're qualified, you'll mostly be working in hospitals and big surgical centers. You're right in the thick of it, usually clocking in more than 40 hours a week in a typical operating room, though that can fluctuate based on the hospital. And something really wonderful the source material points out, strong opportunities definitely exist here for the differently abled. The OR values skill, focus, and knowledge above all else. And your career isn't just gonna stall out once you get the job. There's a highly structured growth path. You start as an intern, getting that crucial hands-on experience. Then you move up to junior perfusion technologist. As you master the skills over the years, you become a senior perfusion technologist. And finally, if you want to lead, the ultimate goal is head of the department. So yeah, there's a very clear, rewarding ladder to climb. Let's bring this all together in Section 5. A real-world success story. The journey of Bajinder Singh Bali. Bali's story is so fascinating and honestly super relatable for a lot of students. He originally dreamed of being a doctor, but he got lower ranks in his entrance exams and found out he was only eligible for paramedical courses. Instead of walking away from healthcare altogether, though, he chanced upon perfusion technology. It's crazy to think that an initial setback on a test actually opened the door to this incredibly vital career. Just look at how his career built up. He totally embraced the pivot. He finished his program in 2005 and immediately joined the Narayana Hrudayala Institute of Cardiac Sciences in Bangalore, which is actually one of the biggest pediatric hospitals in the world. Just 2 years later, he moved to the prestigious Fortis Escorts Heart Institute. And today he heads up their Department of Pediatric Perfusion. He literally went from a disappointing exam rank to leading a critical department at a world-renowned hospital. I really hope this explainer has showed you that you do not have to be the surgeon holding the scalpel to be the person saving a life in that room. There's a clear educational pathway here, fantastic growth potential, and it's just such an important field. So the only question left is, are you ready to be the literal heartbeat of the operating room? Thanks for exploring this with me today.